The second half to this one is I need to use BC or AC. Personally, I'm going to use BC, right? Because I think BC is going to come out nice and even, whereas AB didn't, because A was included. That's star 9, right? If 9 would have been even, this wouldn't have had fractions. I don't know why they gave you a fraction. Sucks. But that's the way it is.
9 is even.
Okay? So, we're going to use BC. Okay? And from BC, I need to find the slope of BC. And that equals to, again, slope is y sub 2 minus y sub 1 over x sub 2 minus x sub 1, right? Okay? And then, but we just remember that as flip it and smack it, or stack it and smack it. Stacking it where the y is on top. Okay? So if I'm doing B, I'm looking at this, I'm going to go, okay, negative 4 over 0. C, 0 over 0. And then I smack it. Okay? Now this slope turns out to be really nice. Almost. Not really nice at all. Actually. Negative 4 over 0, which is what? Can I use this one? No, why not?
Exactly.
No, it doesn't go, it's not the mouth. This is the
Butt crack.
butt crack. Good. Nose. Right? Undefined. No solution. Right? This isn't 0. This is no solution. This is a line. So I can't use that slope. Or can I?
You can. I'm guessing. I don't know.
What would be the perpendicular to this slope?
That slope.
0. So if I flipped this and smacked it, it would be M perpendicular of BC would be 0 over negative 4, which would equal what? Or not over negative 4, over 4, sorry. Flipped and smacked, right? So that would be 4, right?
No.
No. It would be 0.
That's what I said.
Okay, good. Just trying to trick you a little bit. Alright. So, can we use 0 as a slope?
No.
Yes. I can't use this one. That kind of sucks. But I can use this one. So this is going to work. And in fact, it's going to be beautiful. Because when I plug in y equals mx plus b, right? Now with this one, I'm using the m from this, right? And I'm also using what? The midpoint that I found. Did I find the midpoint yet?
No.
No, I don't think so. Could I skip that step?
Did I?
Yeah.
Yeah, you did it on the other one, but you didn't do it for that guy.
Oops. Alright, so we need the midpoint of BC. The midpoint of BC, let's do that right here. Midpoint of BC, okay, is equal to, well, we add these two up, that would be 0. Divided by 2 is still 0, right? And then we add these two up, which would be negative 4, divided by 2, which would be negative 2. I didn't do that already? Oh, it's right here. I did it earlier. Sorry.
Show us.
Didn't show you guys. And so I know that the midpoint is 0, negative 2, and I'm going to use that to find my line that goes through this point that is perpendicular to the line BC. Okay? Alright, so that's easy. Y is negative 2. M is 0. X is 0. B is, well, I don't know yet. Well, what's 0 plus B? B, right? So negative 2 equals B. So I know B, and I know M, and so I know my equation is y equals mx plus b, right? M x plus b. What's b?
-2.
-2. So y is equal to -2. That is my other equation. Well, now I know why they gave me this. Because now to find the intersection between these two, I just got to plug in this.
And do math.
I do what's called substitution, right? Now, if it was y equals some other funky thing that would be a little harder, right? But in this case, to find the intersection, right, I do what's called either linear combination or linear substitution. I take the two of these equations. Where's the other equation at? Oh, I had b. There it is. I take these two equations, right? And I find where their intersection is. So I find out, if I plug in y, right? If I plug in y, that means that -2 is equal to -9 fourths x plus 8.125, right? Pretty nasty, but I could still find x.
Can you?
And to do that, I just subtract,
You sure?
not really, subtract 8.125 from both sides. Well, that's -10.125 is equal to 9/4, right? -9/4x. Then I multiply by 4/9, right? Now, if this were still in a fraction form, right, it would probably be something fourths, so the 4 is going to cancel out. This is going to be a nice number, right? Should be, maybe not. No, maybe not. Okay, so I'm going to multiply both sides by -4/9, right? -4/9. All right, and then use my calculator.
Wait, would you get from your just flip it?
Multiply it.
The reciprocal. Multiply by the reciprocal.
Okay.
Okay? And so I get, I think it should be nice. It usually is.
It is.
Calculate it out. 10 -0.2125, right? Times the quantity of 4 negative divided by 9 in the quantity equals 4.5. That's not that nice. But it's not terrible. So 4.5 is equal to x. So that's my x. Hey, I have my y, right? I already have my y. I have my x. So the intersection, sorry, not A. The intersection is at 4.5 and -2. And that is where our circumcenter is. So you could see how this would be a lot harder, right? If we, now while you're doing that, I want to set up on this thing
You know,
what this really looks like.
still recording.
What does this look like? Okay, here's my colors. All right, so I have 9, 0. Scoot this around. Point it up. Scoot it up. No, you're fine. Okay. 9, 0. 9 is x. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. That's right there. That's A. Okay. B is 0, -4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Right? That's B. And this is C. Okay? A, B, C.
1, 2, 3.
Now we found the midpoint of AB. Right? Oh, that's fine. We found the midpoint of AB, and it was 4.5 and -2. 4.5 and -2. Right there. Right?
Is it?
And then, so that's the midpoint, isn't it? Right? Yeah, midpoint. And then we also found the midpoint of here, right? Of BC. Okay? And then we found their perpendicular. Oh, look. This, actually, if I would have drawn it, it would have came up as this is my, at this midpoint, this is a right triangle. Duh, right? So I told you if we drew it, it might come up a little easier. This is actually the midpoint of this. Okay? So by drawing it, it came up a lot easier. Wait a minute, 4.5 and 2 should be right there. Sorry about that. 4.5 and 2. Okay? So this midpoint was 4.5 and 0. Right? AB would be 4.5 and -2. Okay? So we chose the harder one. But if we would have known that this was a right triangle by drawing it, we would have known it, right? We should have known by looking at it, oh, it's sitting on the zeros, right? So we made this a lot harder than it needed to be. But believe me, when these numbers change from non-zeros into non-right triangles, you have to know all of these steps. Okay?
Logic.